You survived the blast, which is nice. Briefly, the flash didn't blind you. The fire didn't roast you. The pressure wave didn't turn your windows into a home invasion by physics. So naturally, your brain begins whispering the most dangerous sentence in any disaster. Maybe I'm okay. You're not okay. You are simply alive, in the part of the apocalypse. That takes longer to explain, because the bomb was only the opening act. Now comes the dust, the ash, the grit, the invisible math problem, falling out of the sky. Welcome to nuclear fallout. No dramatic soundtrack, no giant monster, no villain speech, just poison particles, bad decisions, and a world where the air itself has developed trust issues. Let's see how long you last. Character spawn. Before we begin, we need to determine your current build. Are you inside a building? In a car? In a basement? In a damaged house? Wandering outside because it looks fine? Or standing in radioactive dust with the confidence of a man who has mistaken silence for safety? Statistically, you are not in a military-grade shelter. You do not have radiation monitors, filtered ventilation, a sealed bunker, 6 months of canned food, or a government handbook. You actually read before society collapsed. You are a civilian, which means your anti-radiation strategy is currently a mix of guesswork, fear, and remembering half a documentary from 3 years ago. But let's be generous. Let's say you found shelter. Congratulations. You have unlocked delayed consequences. Level 1, the dust. Fallout sounds abstract, almost elegant. It isn't. Fallout is what happens when nuclear debris gets thrown high into the atmosphere, mixes with pulverized dirt, ash, building fragments, metal, soot, and then comes back down as a toxic weather event. This is not regular dust. Regular dust is annoying. Fallout dust is trying to alter your cellular future. The particles settle on roofs, roads, skin, clothes, food, water, and every surface your survival now depends on. Some of it falls quickly, some of it lingers, some of it spreads farther than you think, and almost none of it comes with a label saying, "This patch of ground is now a terrible idea." That is the problem. The danger does not announce itself. It accumulates. If the blast was violence, fallout is bureaucracy, slow, invisible, unforgiving, and absolutely committed to ruining your week. Level 2, air has become suspicious. In most survival situations, breathing is a good sign. Here, it becomes negotiable. Radioactive particles can be inhaled, which means the problem is no longer just outside. Now the threat enters your lungs, like a hostile tenant, with no intention of leaving. You cannot eyeball radiation. You cannot vibe check contamination. And you definitely cannot stand in a doorway, taking deep reflective breaths, while ash drifts through the neighborhood. Like cursed snow, people make this mistake, because fallout does not feel dramatic enough. No immediate scream, no visible predator, just dust. Human brains are terrible at respecting things that look boring. We evolved to fear teeth, fire, screaming, and large things moving toward us fast. We did not evolve to fear microscopic particles that quietly raise our odds of organ failure. That makes fallout one of history's most efficient killers. It punishes curiosity, rewards caution, and humiliates anyone who says, "How bad can a little dust be?" Very. It can be very bad. Level 3, shelter math. Now we get to the first real survival puzzle. Where do you stay? Because not all shelter is equal. A car is not shelter. A tent is not shelter. A wooden shed is not shelter. Positive thinking is definitely not shelter. What you want is mass between you and the outside world. Concrete, brick, earth, basements, interior rooms, places where radioactive particles have to work harder to reach your soft civilian organs. This is the least cinematic part of nuclear survival, which is why so many people would fail it. No one wants to hear that the correct move after civilization breaks is to sit in a basement corner like frightened laundry. But here we are. Distance matters. Shielding matters. Time matters. Every unnecessary trip outside is a bad trade. Every open window is a gamble. Every cracked door is a tiny betrayal. Every quick run for supplies can become a long-term biological invoice. Your survival now depends on accepting a painful truth. The world outside may still look like your neighborhood, but functionally, it has become weather made of consequences. Level 4, water problem. You are thirsty, which would be normal if normal still existed. But now water has become a trust exercise with lethal stakes. Rainwater? Suspicious. Puddles? Absolutely not. Open containers? Questionable. Reservoirs and exposed supplies? Potentially compromised. Anything outside and uncovered? Now part of the problem. Water is cruel in fallout scenarios because you need it constantly, but contamination can turn it from survival tool into slow sabotage. And since modern water systems rely on electricity, treatment plants, pumping stations, pipes that aren't broken, and workers who aren't dead, trapped, or panicking, there's a decent chance your tap has joined a list of former luxuries. This is where people begin making desperate decisions. I'll boil it. Very optimistic. Boiling helps with many things. Radiation is not always one of them. I'll just drink a little. That is how a lot of bad histories begin. In fallout survival, safe water becomes class, luck preparation, and geometry, where it was stored, what touched it, whether it was sealed, whether it was exposed. It's amazing how fast civilization collapses into staring at containers and asking, would this kill me slower than thirst? Level 5, food roulette. Food is next, and unfortunately, fallout is deeply interested in your supply chain. Anything outside is immediately suspicious. Fresh produce exposed open air? Bad. Food left uncovered? Bad. Anything with fallout dust on it? Now part of your radiological character development. Packaged food is better. Sealed food is precious. Canned goods become little metal treasure chests. From a more functional civilization, this is the part where modern people discover how emotionally dependent they were on convenience. No deliveries. No stores restocked. No, I'll just grab something later. Later is now occupied. Food after fallout is not just about calories. It is about contamination, rationing, preservation, and time. How long can you stretch supplies? Who gets how much? What do you eat first? What do you save? What do you throw away? Even though your starving brain insists that throwing away food is madness, welcome to apocalypse accounting, where every meal is a negotiation between hunger and probability. Level 6, radiation sickness unlocked. Here is where the invisible boss starts collecting payment. Acute radiation sickness does not always arrive like cinema. Sometimes it starts like something stupid. Nausea, fatigue, vomiting, weakness, a feeling that your body has quietly filed complaint against being alive. This is what makes it terrifying. At first, it can resemble stress, dehydration, shock, hunger, panic, just being exhausted, which means people misread it, minimize it, delay reacting. Human beings are excellent at pretending a serious problem is temporary inconvenience, right up until it becomes a medical crisis with no infrastructure left. And the body, once damaged by radiation, does not care how brave you feel. Cells fail, tissue suffers, healing slows, immunity weakens. The blueprint starts corrupting. This is not a duel. This is attrition. Fallout does not need to kill you immediately. It simply needs to damage you enough that everything else becomes harder, and in a collapsed environment, harder is often fatal. Level 7, the outside temptation. Now, let's talk about one of the biggest reasons. People lose this level. They leave too early because the silence feels safe. The blast is over. The sky looks calmer. No one is screaming nearby. The neighborhood is still standing, mostly. Your family is somewhere else. Your supplies are low. You need answers. This is how Fallout gets you. Not with drama, with temptation. To check, to look, to confirm, to walk a little farther, to make one quick trip. A quick trip is one of the deadliest phrases. In post-nuclear logic, people hate confinement. They hate uncertainty. They hate sitting still, while the outside world may be changing without them. But Fallout survival is a discipline problem. The winners, if that word still applies, are often not the strongest. They are the least impulsive, the people who can stay put, seal gaps, ration supplies, and resist the desperate need to turn anxiety into motion. This is humiliating for the main character fantasy, but useful. Level 8, the Neighbor DLC. You are not alone, which is both good and deeply inconvenient, because now there are other people with fear, children, injuries, opinions, bad information, and an urgent interest in your supplies. Some will need help. Some will offer help. Some will knock on your door with the haunted face of someone who has just realized the rules are gone. Fallout does not just test biology. It tests social trust. Do you let people in? Do you share water? Do you tell the truth about what you have? Do you cooperate? Do you risk conflict? Do you become generous? Do you become cautious? Do you become the kind of person future historians describe as an understandable product of collapse, because every shelter, after enough time, becomes political? Who decides rations? Who goes outside? Who gets the cleanest corner? Who is sick? Who is hiding symptoms? Who is lying? Who is scared enough to do something irreversible? Civilization doesn't disappear in one moment. Sometimes it shrinks room by room. Level 9, information, again, but worse. By now, you want structure. Surely someone knows how long to wait, where the Fallout map is, whether more strikes are coming, whether aid is on the way, whether the city is even worth staying in. Maybe, but maybe not where you are. Communication after a nuclear event is a competition between damaged systems and rumor. Radios may become priceless. Official instructions may be delayed. Local authorities may contradict each other. National authorities may be overwhelmed, decentralized, or dead. And because humans are deeply creative under stress, misinformation evolves quickly. Drink this. Don't drink that. Leave now. Stay inside. The worst is over. The worst is coming. My brother heard. Your brother is still not a strategy. The problem here is not just bad information. It is selective belief. People prefer the message. That allows them to do what they already wanted to do. Leave early. Eat the risky food. Open the windows. Go find family. Pretend the danger has passed. Fallout punishes emotional decision-making with scientific consistency, which feels rude because it is. Level 10. Time is the only thing improving. Here's the one good mechanic in this nightmare. Fallout radiation decreases over time, not instantly, not kindly, not enough to make this fun, but time helps. This means your greatest resource in the early phase is not bravery. It is patience. Stay sheltered long enough, and your odds improve. Go outside too early, and your odds become a historical anecdote. This is one of the cruelest things about Fallout survival. It looks passive. It feels cowardly. It sounds unimpressive. But in many cases, the smartest move is to do less. Seal, wait, ration, filter information, avoid exposure, preserve water, preserve energy, preserve your ability to make one good decision tomorrow. Because the first stage of surviving fallout is accepting that you are not escaping it today. You are enduring it, and endurance is much less glamorous than panic with momentum. Final boss, day 3 brain. The real battle begins when the initial shock wears off, not physically, psychologically. By the second day, the third day, maybe later, you begin to understand that this is not an emergency pause. This is a new operating system. The dust is still outside. The food is finite. The water problem remains. The air is suspect. The future is unavailable for comment. Everyone is tired. Everyone smells strange. Everyone is doing math with fear. This is where the mind starts bargaining. Maybe it's safe enough. Maybe one trip won't matter. Maybe the symptoms are stress. Maybe the government fixed more than you think. Maybe the sky doesn't look so bad. Human beings are excellent at normalizing catastrophe the moment it becomes inconvenient to sustain terror. And that is precisely when fallout wins. Because the final boss of nuclear fallout is not just radiation. It is your brain. Try and convert prolonged danger into something emotionally manageable, something familiar, something survivable by routine. But the dust outside does not care how adjusted you feel. Survival stats. Visibility of threat, 0 out of 10. Air quality trustworthiness, betrayed. Water confidence, low. Food security, conditional. Medical options, limited. Social tension, rising. Patience requirement, extremely rude. Personal safety, depends how much you hate staying inside. Would you respawn here? Only if you enjoy. Breathing uncertainty, arguing with dust, and discovering that the apocalypse is mostly logistics and invisible damage. Nuclear fallout, 2 out of 10 stars. Quiet, persistent, bad for lungs, worse for optimism. The bomb ends the old world fast. Fallout makes sure. The new one begins slowly. Spawn history. Games have never been fair.